then it will become automatically concentric with this hole. Again I will create a projection here. The reason is that when I will draw a line, it will always become coincident automatically here. So the purpose of projection is to make the process of drawing and constraining faster. Now here I can see it has already become concentric, but from this icon I can confirm this. Now I will draw the circle of diameter 26. Now I will draw a line. Okay. Now again, as per the drawing, this line should be vertical, so I will give it the vertical alignment. So we have to maintain each and every constraint as per mentioned in the drawing. Finally, I will finish up this profile, and now I will trim out this inner part because it is not required. Okay. Now again, to create this cut, I will go to pocket. Now I want this cut to be created in the opposite side. So here I will reverse direction with the condition up to last. So here I have finished with this cut. Again I want this cut in the back side, so no need to create it again. Here I can directly mirror it. Here I have the option of mirror. So I will go to mirror, and for creating a mirror I have to select a plane. I will select this plane and then OK. So in this manner the cut is created. Now if we observe the piston is currently enclosed, means it is a complete solid. But in actual practice the piston is not an enclosed part, it is a hollowed out part. For example, here we have to remove the material in order to make the space for placing the connecting rod. So for that, in CATIA we have to provide a thickness to the part to make it hollow. So here I have a command called as shell. I will go to shell. I will select this face to remove, and then here I will provide the input thickness, that is 3 mm. So now if we observe the part here, you can see that the thickness is provided uniformly at all the features of the part. Now due to addition of this thickness we have got a extra material here, because here the hole has also got the thickness. So what we can do here, we can just remove this extra portion. As we can see in the drawing, this distance 22 mm is representing a blank space in this particular view. So what I will do, simply create a rectangle, and I will give it the dimension 22. Then exit. Now again I will go to pocket. Now in this side I want the material to be completely removed. So here I will take up to last, but in this upper side I have to give a height because I cannot take up to last. In that condition this material from this upper head will also be removed. So what I will do here, I will specify a height, let us say 50 mm. We can take any value, but it should be sufficient enough to remove the material. Now here the edges of the holes are sharp. Now we know from the functioning of the piston that in the assembly, in this particular area the connecting rod is going to be mounted, and connecting rod is not a stationary member, it is a rotary member. Due to that reason, the contact stresses generated in this particular areas are more and more during the course of functioning of piston. Likewise, on this top edge here, the internal gases exerts pressure during the combustion process, so this edge again has to be rounded, including these edges, because a rounded edge or a corner is less susceptible to damage. We know from the formula of the stress is equal to force upon area. Now for example, the area is in a point form, let us say it's a sharp corner. Then in that condition, if the stress is more, obviously the corner will get break. But if we remove that sharp corner with a rounded surface, then the stress gets distributed on the rounded surface, and then in that case the damage expected is less. So here we have this radius 1.5 and radius 3. So here I have this fillet command. I will select this edge. I will input the radius as 3 mm, and next I will give the radius to remaining edges. For example, I will take these two edges and I will input the radius as 1.5 mm. So as we can see, every feature has a logic, why it is being used, why it is being created. Now finally, we have to create the rings on the piston head. So for creating the rings, here we have a command called as revolve. Revolve rotates the profile to create a circular cutout or a circular solid feature. Now again, to create the profile, the dimensions are mentioned here, like the height is 1.5. Again, distance from the top edge is 13 and the width is 1. Now again, as per the design, I want that the edges of the profile should coincide automatically while drawing with this edge. Now we have learned before that for doing so we create projections, but if we are working on a cylindrical edge, then we have to choose a different kind of projection, that is called as project 3D Silhouette edges. I will select this edge, then OK, and now I will create the profile. So this is the profile, simple rectangle. Now we will dimension it quickly. (13) 1.5 and then 1. Now since we have to create a circular cutout, I will use this groove command. Now for rotating the sketch, I have to select the axis. The axis automatically gets selected as soon as I place the cursor over the cylindrical surface of this piston. So I will click here. Now the default value of rotation is 360 degree. If we want, we can modify it. Now we are ready with the groove. Now we have to copy these grooves at a distance of 6.5. We have got in all 3 grooves, so no need to create all the grooves individually. We can just copy it by using pattern command. So here we have pattern command. Here for patterning we have to select a reference element, and for reference element I will select this axis. Now as we can see, the groove is getting created in the upward direction, but we want it to get created in the downward direction. So here I will reverse it. I will input the number of instances. This is including the original, that is 3 and 6.5. So in this manner, from a simple 2D drawing, I have created a 3D model of a piston using various tools in CATIA. What next after this? Now suppose I have done with the part, next I have to manufacture it. So for that, the first most important thing which as a design engineer I should know is weight, because the decision on the weight ultimately tells us, for example, if we want to modify any change in our design, for example, we have to let us say reduce the weight, then for example we can increase the diameter of this hole so that some more material is removed from the part. Again, for finally deciding the project manufacturing cost, the decision on weight is very important. So for that, first we have to assign a raw material. So here I have this apply material option. Here we have got a vast library of standard materials. Now mostly the pistons are from aluminium or aluminium alloys. So I will select this aluminium material and just I will click anywhere on the piston. The material is assigned. Now in the specification tree I can see aluminium is added as the material. Suppose if I want to check the texture of the material, I can change the visualization option to shading with material. So here I can see the color of the material on the part. Now finally, for checking the weight, we have an option here, measure inertia. For performing the analysis, we have to select the part. So here we can see, based upon the density of the aluminium, the mass is 0.105 kg. So in CATIA, by using this measure inertia option, we can easily check the weight and volume of any simple or complicated part without the need of performing a mathematical calculation.